David Chaytor has been suspended by the Parliamentary Labour Party. In the last 5 years, the MP has claimed parliamentary allowances for 5 different properties, flipping his designated second home between London, Yorkshire and Bury. But it was his dealings with his flat in the capital that has caused him the most headaches. He claimed £13,000 on the property, despite having already paid off the mortgage. Mr. Chaytor has said that the money was collected by mistake and that he's committed an unforgivable error. But his explanation seems to have fallen flat with voters in his constituency.
He's not got no right to that money, has he?
No.
So in a way, it is theft.
People struggling and you know, they're doing this sort of thing. It's not. It's just not on, really.
If it's to be sacked, you're going to sack everyone else who's done it, though. That's the problem. You're going to have left in Parliament. They're all dipping into that same pot, aren't they?
Chaytor's mistake could cost him his job, and there have already been calls for him to step down.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I can't see that being an error. It's what you would call a fraud. He has put his position in disrepute, and it's the only option open to him is to possibly resign then.
An increasing number of MPs have been accused of abusing their allowances, including local MPs Hazel Blairs and Phil Wallace. Journalists at the Manchester Evening News have requested full details of the expenses claims of all the region's 31 MPs. Graham Stringer, Ian Stewart and Ivan Lewis were the first 3 to provide an insight into what they've chosen to claim for. All 3 may have enjoyed the allowance system, but there has so far been no suggestion of misuse. Not so for one of Gordon Brown's closest allies, Children's Minister Ed Balls, who tried to claim for almost 4 times the amount of mortgage interest to which he was entitled.
Look, there have been some MPs who've done the wrong thing and tough action is needed. And every MP must be open and transparent and stick to the higher standards. But the fact is, we're not all the same. The large majority of MPs are not in this for money. They're in this because they want to make a difference.
Later this week, Mr. Chaytor will address members of the constituency Labour Party in an attempt to avoid being deselected. And his troubles don't end there. The police and the Crown Prosecution Service will be looking at his case as they consider whether to take criminal action against politicians accused of dodgy dealings with their expenses. Georgia Calvin-Smith, Channel M News.